Hey guys, so for today's movie review, I'm going to talk about the Tales from the Crypt film Demon Knight. Um, I'm pretty sure this is the first full length feature film from Tales from the Crypt. Um, it's basically, Tales from the Crypt presents. Um, so just like a Tales from the Crypt episode from TV, you guys, basically this film starts out just like the show did with, this little haunted house intro that leads into the Crypt Keeper waking up, and basically there's an intro of the Crypt Keeper kind of introducing the story to you, like kind of how he views it. Just some kind of little introduction to get the story going. So just like the show, like I said, the movie kind of starts out like that too. It basically almost looks like exactly like you would see a TV show episode of Tales from the Crypt. Basically, throughout the story, you guys, the actual story of the film of the story of Demon Knight. This guy possesses a religious artifact that a mysterious man played by Billy Zane wants to have. And so basically, it starts out with them, Billy Zane chasing after this guy. He really wants it for some reason. This guy that has this artifact hides out at this hotel, uh, attempts to stay there for the night, hopes that the Billy Zane character will not find him. Um, but basically, the Billy Zane character doesn't find him there. So what he does is he finds a way to trap everybody into the hotel who was already there. We had people going in the hotel before we got there, so we have more characters within this hotel than there was before this guy that possesses the artifact got there. Um, so everybody's trapped in this hotel, and the Billy Zane character unleashes these demonic characters because he really wants this artifact, and he's basically willing to kill or hurt people in order to get it, pretty much. So basically, everybody's trapped in this hotel. They have to try to find a way out of it. They think there's this underground passage that they don't need to use any of the doors of the hotel in order to get out of it. So basically, throughout this story, these people at this hotel had to try to find a way out of the hotel without getting hurt by these demons that the Billy Zane character unleashed and avoiding the Billy Zane character himself. So that's basically the story of Demon Knight, you guys. This guy just really wanted this artifact, and he's willing to do really severe things in order to get it. So for the positives and negatives, you guys, because I really don't have a lot of positives for this film. For the positives, there were some decent jokes in here. I definitely laughed out loud at some points. So I guess in that department, the film did all right. There's some decent one-liners in here. Like I said, I laughed at some parts. There were some decent one-liners in here. Um, the demonic hallucinations from the Billy Zane character, for example, like because he wanted this artifact so badly, he would trick people who were in the hotel. Like with this one guy, he made this guy hallucinate like he was at this whole this party with all these naked girls around him, and they were giving him beer. There's another one where Jada Pinkett Smith, who's Will Smith's wife in real life, she's in this film. He makes this hallucination of kind of this romantic-y, What is Love. If you've seen that music video for What is Love, it kind of looks like that environment with the drapes kind of flying all over the place, and like the really beautiful paintings, and like these landscape paintings. So the hallucination parts were fine. In fact, I would have liked to have seen more of that from this character. It almost added more dimension to the character that Billy Zane was playing in this film. Um, there was some Tales from the Crypt comic homages in this film. This little kid's reading a Tales from the Crypt comic at one point, which is kind of a neat little homage. It's also cool as he's flipping through pages, and they even have little close-up shots in this film of the things that are currently going on the comic book pages also. So if somebody's screaming while the kid's reading the comic, you'll see a panel of that person screaming. So once again, I would have liked to have seen a lot more of that done in this film, because I think with those homages, with these hallucinations, with these one-liners and these jokes, they could have done a lot more with those and made an overall better film. For the negatives, you guys, since I do have quite a few of them, this film was a huge missed opportunity. I mean, it's a Tales from the Crypt movie. That alone, I mean, this should have been really, really good. It should have played out like the original Creep show, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't feel like a feature-length Creep show. It's not written that well. There's really bad acting in here, and that's really surprising because they have Thomas Haden Church, Jada Pinkett Smith. Never been a huge fan of Billy Zane, so I wasn't too shocked with him. But like CCH Pounder from Psycho 4 was in this, and all these really big name people were a part of this film, and they did nothing with them. And it was just so poorly directed that I don't even think these actors and actresses knew who they were trying to play in this film. Um, the writing in here is really bad. Definitely not a moment in this film where I thought was well written. So in the writing department, this film did not do well writing wise. This film is not scary or campy enough. I don't know if it's a horror film because it's not scary enough. I don't know if it's a comedy because it's not campy enough. Neither side of Tales from the Crypt worked well for this Tales from the Crypt movie. Um, Boring characters. This was a boring storyline. Um, didn't care about any of the characters in here. I mean, Jada Pinkett Smith was close, but then the film turned bad again, and it's just like, ugh. The storyline in here really didn't care. I mean, it's just basically this guy wants this artifact so he can, the whole rule the world thing, and it's just like really boring and really bad. This film was very poorly directed. I felt like this film had no idea what it was trying to do. I don't think the actors and actresses had no idea what they were trying to do here. Um, really poorly directed. So Ernest Dickerson, I hope you never direct a film again because clearly you don't know how to direct a movie. This film looks cheap. It just looks like they filmed this movie with $100, and after those $100 were spent, they had to get it all from scratch and they had to do out of pocket. It just really looked like a really cheap film. Even some of the Tales from the Crypt episodes on TV look like they had more money put into them than this movie altogether. So when I say that, that's pretty bad. Um, the demonic creatures that were early on in the film that helped Billy Zane try to get this artifact, they're completely ditched by the end of the film. I mean, you have no idea where they went. They're attacking everybody for a while, and then all of a sudden, bam, they're gone. It just focuses on the Billy Zane character with zero demonic creatures left in the film. No idea what happened to them. I would assume they died because maybe the Billy Zane character died and they died with him. So I don't know. Um, so Demon Knight, you guys, I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. Really nothing here. Like I said, just a few good jokes, a few one-liners. The hallucination scenes were going the right direction, but they really didn't do a lot with them. And same thing with the comic homages for Tales of the Crypt. I would have liked to see more comic homages in this because this film just doesn't have enough good material in it. So, like I said, 3 out of 10 for me, you guys. Really not a good film. Avoid this film. From a Tales from the Crypt fan to another, it's really not worth your time. Just rewatch some of the better episodes of the show, was what I would say. Or if you really want a good, horror anthology film, since this is a feature-length anthology story in a way, just watch the original Creep Show. It just will save you money. It'll save you time. It's better written. It's better filmed. It's better acted. The story is written better. So Demon Knight really has no reason to exist, you guys. I really can't recommend it for any reason. Don't see this film. It's pretty bad.